Hey everyone, ignore my crappy appearance because it's been a long day at school. But I just saw something on my Facebook newsfeed from the local news channel talking about an anti bullying rally in New Iberia held. This idea hits home for me because I was bullied in school, and people that went to school with me will probably say, "No, you weren't," but they don't know my story. Yeah, I may have looked like I wasn't being bullied, but I mean, people say shit, people make faces, they taunt me. Nobody knows my story except me. But anyway, I'm getting off track. I think this is a good idea because, one, bullying is a problem. It's an epidemic, and it's not just face to face anymore. You can't escape it anymore because it can follow you home to social media or in the neighborhood, and we need to learn not to bully. We need to learn not to be so judgmental. um I mean, the saying kids will be kids. Yeah, to an extent, but whenever they're taunting somebody and making fun of somebody because of disabilities or something they can't help, like their race or their nationality or anything that they can't help, it destroys them. Um, I mean, imagine a person is a piece of paper, and when you crumble it up, that's bullying. Let's say that represents bullying. No matter how much you try to straighten out that paper afterwards, it's never straight or the same ever again. And I mean, whenever I was really little, I was this happy-go-lucky little kid. I enjoyed life. I didn't have a care in the world until people started noticing my differences. People started pointing them out. People made me more self-conscious. And it made me into a bitter person. Yes, I still try to enjoy life. Yes, I still try to have fun. But whenever I go out in public and I notice my surroundings where people are looking at me, or at least looking in my direction, and it feels like they're looking at me, and some will whisper, I feel like I'm being judged. I mean, it makes me very uncomfortable. It's given me social anxiety. The only place I feel like I belong is things with special needs kids. Like the camp I used to go to. That was my safe place. Well, that was my safe place. Because they were like me. They were pretty much outcasted from the normal society. They went through bullying like me. It was pretty much everybody that was an outcast all together. I knew they wouldn't judge me. I knew they wouldn't. Yes, some of them were spoiled and some had cliques like normal people. But for the majority, they were all the same. They were all sweet. They were all loving. They were all accepting. I could go to these special needs activities like the dances and not give a crap about the fact I can't dance worth a crap and not be made fun about it. At my high school dances, I wouldn't dance because I was scared of being taunted, of being teased, of being made fun of. I have a passion to do theater, but I don't put myself on stage because, once again, I'm scared of being taunted and teased and made fun of. And that goes back to one time I used to be in choir at church, even though I can't sing worth a crap. And I knew I couldn't sing worth a crap, but I was doing what I loved for the love of Jesus Christ. And this guy that was at our church, he was a jackass. And older. He was like middle-aged. He comes up to me and he's all, "Jamie, you need to stand way back from the microphone." Now, if you had just said this to my face, just me, nobody else around, I would have been okay. But no, he waited until there was a huge crowd of people and did it right then and there, embarrassing me, making me go to the car and cry my eyes out. Meanwhile, he's got a daughter that has a beautiful voice and wasn't in choir. She was at one point, but she was homeschooled. And for some reason, they pulled all the homeschool kids out. I don't know why, and all the parents did. It wasn't a church decision, it was the parents. They had beautiful voices, but that when they pulled out the kids that were homeschooled, that pretty much left very few people in choir to hide my crappy ass voice. Instead of standing up to him and saying, "Oh, I know, Owen, I know I can't sing. I know. But your daughter's got a voice of an angel. Where the hell is she? Why is she not up there covering my nasty singing voice?" And people also used to take advantage of me because of my size. First day of junior high. I was a sweet little kid. Well, I wasn't a kid, I was a teenager. But that's besides the point. I was sweet. Somebody cuts me in the lunch line. I asked them 3 times. 3 times. Very politely to please move back to their spot. They ignored me all 3 times. So, finally, I get fed up because I was there first. And I wasn't going to be taken advantage of just because I was disabled, just because I was smaller than the rest of the people at the junior high. So, I haul my leg back and kick him. Yes, I reacted wrong. Yes, I was in the wrong for that. I should have just moved back in my spot, cut him. But I started getting anger issues because I was getting self-conscious. I was made fun of. I was bullied. And it made me into a bitter, angry person. So, yes, bullying is an issue. Yes, there's the saying, sticks and stones can break your bones, but words will never hurt you. That is not true. Words can hurt. Words can cut deep like a knife. And the person that's being bullied, especially for a long period of time, throughout their life, they'll never recover. It'll change them forever. And some of these people are going to say, you need to grow thicker skin. You know what? I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. So I can't get thicker skin, first of all. And yes, that was a smart-ass comment. But you know what? Bullying is a issue. And I'm not going to change my view. Unless you've been through it, you have no right to comment. Because bullying is wrong. End of story. And I hope that the other school systems will take notice of this anti-bullying rally they had because they featured it on the news. I hope other school districts will see that, will follow their example because the school system I grew up at, their anti-bullying rule was bullshit. Because, one, the GE teachers did nothing. They saw it. They didn't do nothing. Maybe they were trying to teach us to be more self-sufficient or stand on our own 2 feet or whatever other bullshit. I know in Texas, if a person's being bullied and they fight back, they get suspended as well. Now, why is it that they do nothing until the student finally snaps and fights back and they get in trouble too? They need to cut the bullying out at the root of the problem, the bully. Not until the kid fights back and they get in trouble too, because that is just wrong. That we have to defend ourselves and then get in trouble for it. But anyway, I just hope other schools take notice and they follow this example and start educating against bullying in schools instead of just sweeping it under the rug. Anyway, rant over. God bless. I'm going to chill out. Have a good day. Peace. And yes, I have band-aids on my fingers because I have nervous anxiety and I pull at my skin. But that's another issue. Anyway, peace out.